Okay, now we can go find Ali. Where is Ali? Is this not Ali's? No, this is not Ali's house. All faded and battered. Can't read them. Carved something into that theme. Jonathan playing with ants. Okay, let's talk to Jonathan.
Do you mind?
A handful of ants? Why would you?
Oi, my ants!
I just took a few. They aren't all your ants.
Why would you? Why would you? What? Such a brilliant machine. So many possibilities. So much to learn. Couldn't you use this?
The water flow turns the wheel. Then there's more wheels. And the millstone. The water flow turns the millstone. So the motion of the water is used and transformed into another motion, the grinding. Shouldn't there be all kinds of motions possible? We use wheels to lift timber and stone up at the construction site. Maybe the right kind of mill could make a sawing motion or a hammering motion. I guess that's a challenge for another day.
I guess. I was just thinking maybe you could use it somehow for which reminds me what the Fullers are doing.
They have maybe I can
Yeah. The bomb.
try this.
Whenever did you find the time to make a bomb, handsome Jack? Don't you have work to do?
Who would I be if I could just pass by ladies in need?
Does that mean you'll join us and do some filling?
I have my own work to do, so that won't work, I'm afraid.
Oh, of course. Suddenly you've got work to do.
I think what you meant to say is thanks.
That bomb works. My hands feel much better. Thank you.
There it is.
You're welcome, ladies.
Like, so much to say for somebody who's been I mean, I did you a favor, so you know, all the least you could say is thanks, and just that, and not, you know, all of that. Oh, that's Aliena's house. Remember when I first knocked here? I was so nervous. Let's go there then.
Come on, Jonathan. Let's tell Ali what I found out.
Oh, this is such a nice house. And look at that cat. Oh, I love him. Chunky boy. Aww.
Ranulph of Chester and his half-brother stole Lincoln Castle from Stephen. At least this is a chance for us to take
Oh my
it
god,
back.
that's Richard.
For us? Who is us? The whole of England is strangled by new taxes and torn apart by this senseless quarrelling.
Senseless quarrelling? You still think I'm just playing around?
No.
I didn't recognize him at all.
I put my life at risk, Ali, for you and me.
He's so handsome with
isn't a
that
game.
beard.
I know that.
Do you? It's an honor to be one of the King's Knights.
An honor that costs a lot of money.
Oh, now you broke it, Jonathan.
There's someone at the door. I'll be right back.
Oh. Go play.
Jack.
Hey.
So,
Yes.
What brings you here?
Do you have a visitor?
I love little Jonathan
Are
sticking
you jealous?
from there.
Everything all right there?
Yes, it will just take a minute. Sorry, but my brother is waiting. He has to ride back to Shiring soon.
Ah, I see. All right. I just wanted to tell you that I found out about the book.
What book? Oh, Ovid. You were still looking for that.
Of course.
Not that much time passed. What?
I don't know. It just feels like there are so many problems right now at the construction
Well, yeah,
site.
that's fair. That is also what I said.
That reminds me. Could you tell Philip that I've come up with an idea how he can pay the workers?
Oh.
Oh. How?
I'll buy up all of his wool and sell it on the fleece fair myself. But I need to go to Shiring first and get the money.
All right. I'll tell him. By the way, they have a copy of the Amores in Winchester.
Oh? I think I know someone who might be able to get it. But first we need to make sure Philip gets his money and talks to Percy.
Who?
Percy Hamley, the Earl.
Percy Hamley, the fat oaf.
Congratulations, everybody heard you.
So what? They're all bastards.
I think I should be going.
Ah, all right. See you later, Jack?
Of course.
Bastards.
You're gonna have to forget that word really quick, little brother.
You're a monk, so you really shouldn't.
So for them you've got money, Ali?
So you were eavesdropping on me. Great. That deal with Philip will help them and us, Richard.
Robert of Gloucester is advancing on Lincoln as we speak. Tomorrow we will ride from Shiring. And what I need from you is money for a new sword and a gambeson. And I want my shield
What
painted
about
in
the
Stephen's
one you
colours.
have on
Is this leading
your
anywhere,
side
Richard?
right now?
You've been doing this for years now, and has the king ever considered making you Earl of Shiring?
Not yet. But I fought side by side with him before. He knows my name, Ali.
Oh, all right. I will meet you in Shiring, and I'll bring the money.
That sounds like so much money that we will not be getting. But, whatever. Now, where were we? Right, Aliena's house, and we have ants in our pants, I don't know why, but okay. So, what do we do now? We need to. Alfred will regret what he said. Tom insists I finish my corporal. Didn't I already finish my corporal?
Nope. I should go to Philip and tell him the good news.
Alright, okay. Well, thank you for spelling it out for me, because I forgot. Again, as you might have heard in the other Let's Plays that I'm doing, it's been a few months. It's been a while. Maybe not a few months, but it's been a while. Maybe just 1 month? It might be a couple months, though. Anyway, it's been a long time since I started playing, since I stopped playing, since I played last. And I'm just rambling now, so let's go to Philip.
Father Philip. Yes? Aliena says you can pay your workers. She has enough money to buy up all the Priory's wool and sell it in Shiring. And that way, you get your money earlier.
Really?
But you have to accompany her to Shiring. She has to fetch the money first.
The sooner the better. I have to talk to Percy Hamley anyway. Thank you, Jack. Now you better get back to work. Tom wanted to talk to you.
Okay. I did finish my kobold though, right?
If I talk to Tom now, he'll insist I stay at the construction site and work. Am I really done out here?
Am I?
I think I'll go and see Tom later.
The thing is, with all this, Alfred would regret the thing, what he said. Alfred is inside, right? So I can't do anything else outside. I think I'm done. I think I am done out here.
Yeah, am I really...
Return to work. Oh, he wasn't inside.
Jack.
Oh well.
What?
Come here, please. You wanted to finish your Corbel, and I let you. Sub-Prior and me just told me you disturbed the monks in the scriptorium.
Philip told me to practice reading.
The Bible, not the kind of book you were looking for.
Okay.
Then you go and waste your time in the cemetery and the market, and in the kitchen,
Oh, come on.
and chatting to the Fullers.
I
I
helped
made
all
a
of
bar
them.
for them. I wanted to help them.
You should have been working instead. Don't you know how close we are to shutting down the construction? If I'd not planned ahead, it would all be over now. But how am I to plan ahead if I can't rely on you, Jack?
What? Watch out! Whoa.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Up here! Hey, hurry up, quick!
What happened?
What's going on here?
Your son thinks I dropped the stones. You were the one who pulled them up, weren't you? Of course. That is my job. He was probably angry because he might not get paid.
Alfred, stop it.
What?
Peter, what happened?
I'm not sure. But there was a monk. He was wearing a black robe. And when he saw me looking at him, he ran away. Maybe it was him.
A black robe? Are you saying this was my fault?
No, no. I'm sure I didn't recognize him. He wasn't from here.
No. Peter dropped the stone and doesn't want to admit it.
Did
I'll
I?
assure you.
I think I did, but I don't remember.
I saw a monk in black in the market.
Oh, did you? I was there too when you were. Tell us, what did he do when you saw him?
Don't remember. Almost stepped on a few chickens. I don't remember. He hit a man. He broke a big jug. Don't remember.
He broke a big jug.
That wasn't a monk. I was there. That never happened.
Maybe I remembered it wrong.
Jack, take the rest of the day off. I don't want you two to get into another fight.
What about the monk?
We don't know that there was a monk.
Accidents happen. We'll check all the ropes to make sure there won't be another one.
Oh, okay. Now I'm Philip. My dear Philip, it has been far too long since we spoke last. To tell the truth, there is little I can write, as all of Earl Robert's scribes are sworn to secrecy. I remember well when we saw each other on a New Year's Day and talked about the world of politics. Now that a few years have passed and the conflict between my Earl Robert and Stephen is still raging on, I can understand why you choose the life of a prior. Involving oneself in politics has always led to only more suffering. I'm accompanying Robert of Gloucester on his quest against Stephen through England. Wherever we go, everyone talks about the wonderful work Prior Philip of Kingsbridge is doing. Your Saint Adolphus is well known even in Wales and Scotland now. Your brother, Francis.
Excuse me, Philip? Philip?
I'm sorry.
Is everything all right?
I was just thinking about my brother. What is it?
Aliena is ready to go to Shiring with you.
Then I must not keep her waiting.
Okay. So, follow the road to Shiring. Let's go then.
As we rode, Aliena expressed relief that Percy Hamley held court in Shiring Town during the Fleece Fair, and not in her father's castle. I had not yet confessed to Aliena that I blamed myself for her father's fate. I felt the guilt and shame starting to rise when we came to a large group of peasants looking as desperate as the refugees that had come from Earl's Castle back then.
I mean, Aliena doesn't... It's not that she doesn't care about her father's fate, but she counted it as a blessing in disguise, so I don't think she will be too cross. I mean, it is still... Her father still did die, but I don't know. I don't know. So, talk to peasants, head on to Shiring. Yeah, talk to peasants, of course. It's Philip.
Philip stopped to talk to the peasants, and so did I. Of course, he couldn't pass by people in need of help. Not even when he was on his way to try and save Kingsbridge from another attack by the Hamleys. Two of the peasants broke into tears and begged for food. Philip was mortified as they grabbed the hem of his robe and pleaded for mercy. They said they were from Wigley. They had illegally erected a mill and hadn't paid taxes to the Earl of Shiring for grinding flour. I bit my lip when they mentioned the title that used to belong to my father. As punishment, the Earl had destroyed their mill.
Oh, come on.
Philip seemed unsure what to say about Percy Hamley's punishment for these peasants. I was less hesitant.
Yeah, of course you were. And they're lost to show understanding.
I asked why they'd built an illegal mill. The peasants told us that milling taxes had doubled in their village. The peasants shouted and cried that the Earl had also burnt their fields, destroyed their houses, and taken their livestock from them. A few of them had even been killed. Philip told them to go to Kingsbridge for food. As we rode on, he said nothing. Maybe he had begun to lose hope that he would ever solve his problems with the Earl in Shiring.
Yeah. So that did nothing. It just depressed us.
I had never trusted the Hamleys, but it seemed I had grown careless over the years. They had thus far kept their word to King Stephen, but now I felt I should have known that they would eventually break it. As I was thinking these grim thoughts, we passed by a gallows with two men dangling by their necks. An old woman stood by one of the corpses and snarled at us.
Us? Why us? Sure, I mean at this point, whatever, let's stop again.
The old woman looked at us like a cornered animal. Philip demanded to know what had happened. She cackled and shook her head. She continued looking through the dead men's clothes. She'd already taken off their shoes and found a couple of coins on one of the corpses. Only now I realized that someone had tied foxtails to the corpses. Their hands had been cut off and their faces were burnt.
What the hell is all this? Yeah, I don't care about that. Wait, who is saying this? Because... I don't know, I mean... I personally don't care about this. But what happened to them? I want to know about the foxtails. That's weird.
I asked with a stern voice what had happened to the men. The old woman cackled and said that they had played with fire. When Philip asked that she should, by God, answer my question, she became serious. She told him that these men were poachers caught by the Earl's men hunting in his forests. Philip rode on, and when I caught up with him, I could see that now, more than ever, he was determined to talk to Percy Hamley.
Okay, so maybe that did something? in the end.
Aliena rode by my side without knowing that I had long been responsible for her family's fate. Ever since I had made the mistake of trusting Waylaran by God. I felt like a fly in a cobweb. Every move I made seemed to lead to further calamities. But then I heard Aliena as she sped past me. Shiring, she exclaimed.
Okay. Oh, and that's the end. Well, okay then. You did your best to finish your Korbal. So I didn't actually finish my Korbal, I guess. With Ellen's and Midis' support, you managed to help the Fullers. That's good. Richard is trying to reclaim the earldom for himself and Aliena. I mean, yeah, that is not what I did. Is it? Did I? I don't know. I don't think so. Could I have changed that?